Good evening. Please be seated. Good evening, families, friends, honored guests, and especially the class of 2018. I'm Mr. Lagambina, headmaster of Somerville High School. On behalf of the Somerville Public Schools, I would like to welcome you to the 2018 commencement exercises for Somerville High School. This day is not possible without the help of many. I would like to thank the Somerville Department of Public Works for their help in setting up and transporting materials today. Special thanks to the outstanding secretarial staff of Louise Gilblair, Marie Conley, Marie Santamaria, Barbara Favaloro, Cheryl Young, and the 4 House secretaries. And the 4 House secretaries, Paula Mello, Omira Pimentel, Cheryl McGovern, and Teresa Francis. And thank you to George Wood and the Communications Department. Thank you to all who have made this evening possible. I would also like to offer a very special thank you to Tufts University for allowing us to host the event here, and to the wonderful staff here at Tufts who have helped coordinate this event. Thank you, Tufts University. A few housekeeping items before we begin. Please place your cell phones on silent and be respectful to the graduates and guests. Please keep the aisles free. Do not leave your seat during the presentation of diplomas, please. The aisles need to remain clear at all times. Please remember there are no noisemakers, air horns, or food allowed out of respect to our host. At this time, I would like to call Leonora Connie, class president, to the stage to begin our graduation exercises.
Good evening. Would everyone who is able please stand and face the flag and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as the Somerville High School Chorus, Band, and Orchestra lead us with the national anthem. Please be seated. The Somerville High School Chorus will now perform I'll Always Remember You, words and music by Mitch Allen and Jesse Alexander.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with the future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. Always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone, we gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moments, so glad I got to know ya. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph. I'll hold you in my heart forever. I'll always
Thank you, Somerville High Chorus. Before we begin our ceremony, I would like to introduce our honored guests. The Mayor of Somerville, the Honorable Joseph A. Curtatone. Superintendent of Schools, Mary Skipper. Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Almi Ibeda. Director of Student Services, Mr. Rich Malillo. Director of Communication and Grants, Mrs. Susana Hernandez Morgan. Administrator for Educator Development, Ms. Karen Woods. President in Ward 7, Alderman Kajana Ballantyne. Alderman at Large, Ms. Mary Jo Rossetti. Alderman at Large, Stephanie Hirsch. Alderman Ward 4, Jesse Klingon. School Committee Chair from Ward 4, Mr. Andre Green. School Committee Vice Chair from Ward 7, Ms. Carrie Norman. School Committee Member, Ward 1, Ms. Emily Ackman. School Committee Member, Ward 2, Mr. Dan Futral. School Committee Member, Ward 3, Ms. Lee Erica Palmer. School Committee Member, Ward 5, Mrs. Laura Patone. School Committee Member, Ward 6, Ms. Paula O'Sullivan. Associate Headmaster and Director for the Center of Career and Technical Education, Mr. Leo DeSimone. Housemaster of Beacon House in your class of 2018 Housemaster, Mrs. Jane Cummings. Housemaster of Elm House, Mrs. Marie Foreman. Housemaster of Highland House, Mr. Harry Marchetti. Spoiled. Housemaster of Broadway House, Dr. Darius Green. Class Advisor, Mrs. Megan McDevitt. House Secretaries, Paula Mello, Beacon House. Omira Pimentel, Elm House. Cheryl McGovern, Highland House. I don't know, Elm House and Beacon, you people need to step it up. Teresa Francis from Broadway House. To get started, I'd like to recognize our top 2 students and our top vocational student. The salutatorian for the class of 2018, May Collins. Valedictorian for the class of 2018, Nicholas Ragusa. and our top vocational student, Sophie West, presented by Mr. DeSimone. Sophie here. And now, our first speaker to present a salutatory address, May Collins.
Good evening, everyone. I'm humbled to stand before you on this momentous day for my fellow students, families, friends, teachers, and administration. According to WikiHow, which I definitely did not use to write this speech, the salutatorian is supposed to address the graduating class's accomplishments and commemorate their shared experiences. I think that as one person from the class of 2018, it is difficult to recall every significant event we have lived through together. Instead, I'm going to start my speech with a single event that I believe affected us all thoroughly. On the solemn day of January 17th, 2017, our class witnessed the death of Vine. For those of you in the audience who are unaware, Vine was a mobile app that allowed creators to upload 6-second videos of pieced-together clips that played endlessly on loop. Vine was concentrated bits of hilarity, shared joy between friends, and the bridge that connected acquaintances to forge lifelong friendships. When we were spending hours studying these past 4 years, Vine was our relief, the perfect break that we needed to once again tackle our challenges head-on and continue to fortify our minds with the education given to us. Vine encouraged us to deeply question everything we had previously been told to accept, such as why one state is called Kansas when the other is not called Arkansas. When we were at practice, it was Trey who encouraged us to keep trying, keep giving, because in his words, there was always another basketball game to play point guard for. The class of 2018 is powerful beyond measure. We were able to help raise Vine from the dead on social media and continue its legacy by tirelessly referencing it to each other and sharing clips over and over. And we created a special community while at it. It is this exact community that also houses powerful exchange and commentary regarding the most pivotal issues of the nation. It was with this community that I first heard details about Douglas High School, the fight for net neutrality, the Me Too movement, or the countless other important national and global events that infiltrate our lives. And I know that I'm not the only one. It is no hyperbole to claim that Vine represents the best of our generation and the best of the class of 2018. We are increasingly living in a fast-paced world, one that you might argue favors entertainment over substance, instant gratification over lasting happiness, and publicity over privacy. Yet, in this changing dynamic, each of us is one out of millions of young individuals that have been able to thrive and create something incredible. Vine is the great equalizer and allows our young community to take a deep breath, laugh a little, and return to the important matters at hand. As a young generation, we've been able to fight for increased gun control, open access to female products and Planned Parenthood, resources for Flint and Puerto Rico, and protection of our dreamers and undocumented citizens. We have been able to open up an avenue for influential leaders to speak directly to the people, and we are not hesitant to speak right back, loudly, and without reservation. So please, understand when I say that Vine has been one of the most important unifiers of our generation. Perhaps it has lent us a 6-second attention span online, but never underestimate the power of 6 seconds. I know that the class of 2018 will use these skills that we have accidentally learned online and the skills that we've learned in school to create very real change in the world. I hope we keep giving, keep laughing, and continue to share our own message and stories. I hope one of those stories is about Somerville High School. Despite our love of criticizing the old place with its heat system working in the wrong seasons and the cafeteria being a glorified basement, the building and the people within it have given us so much. When we walked down the halls, there was a euphonious harmony of multiple languages and a feeling of power from students of all backgrounds. We turned our dilapidated classrooms into centers of growth with our words alone, and we championed with underdog victories. So remember to be grateful to everyone that helped you and those who stood with you each step of the way. It takes less than 6 seconds to say thank you, I love you, or I'll miss you. We achieved this very great glory of graduating high school, and we did it with no less than a small army of supporters at our backs. I hope everyone has such a wonderful night, because you all truly deserve it. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
I would now like to call up to the stage the class poet, Jocelyn Pierre-Louis, to read the class poem, Sowing Seeds in Somerville.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jocelyn, and my poem is called Sowing Seeds in Somerville. We may not know everyone's name, and our point of views may not be the same, but growing up in high school is like a flower that's blooming. Flowers need water to be able to open their petals, and with the help of teachers and friends, we receive this nurture when we're watered with knowledge, helping blossom into the sun that's called reality. Our 4 years of high school were quite remarkable. We may not have all grown the same, but with the help of the school, we blossomed into young, beautiful, and smart adults. We began to feel unstoppable and gained the confidence to defeat any obstacle. It was not easy. There was ups and downs, sunshines and shadows, droughts and downpours, but we made it through. A field that's on the same team. The best was definitely when the sun beamed. It's crazy how we started as little seeds and became something so elegant and beautiful. Now we're able to stand strong and tall in front of all of you, a beautiful field of flowers.
Thank you, Jocelyn. I would now like to call up to the stage the mayor of Somerville and a 1984 graduate of Somerville High School, the Honorable Joseph A. Curtatone.
Thank you, Mr. Lagambina. Good evening. Before I begin, I want to welcome all the families and friends and supporters of this inspiring and talented and diverse and incredible class of young leaders in our community. But I also want to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Mary Skipper, the Somerville School Committee, the Somerville Board of Aldermen, your fantastic headmaster, Sibyl Lagambina, and all the incredible teachers and staff of Somerville High School for all that they do each and every day to get us here to this wonderful night of celebration. Thank you for having us here to share your final day together as a class with you. We are so grateful. It's always an honor to take part in such a monumental experience, especially in these students' lives. Nights like this remind me of how rewarding it is to do what I do, and it reminds me why I'm so proud to be part and from this community and a Somerville High alum, albeit 34 years ago. But it is so special to us. And again, I want to welcome the family and friends of the graduates. We're so happy to see so many people here supporting these young people as they close one chapter of their lives and begin another. And now for the reason I'm here, the Somerville High School class of 2018. Congratulations, you did it. I know you've heard this and you'll hear it over and over again, but I'm going to say it. High school graduation marks the beginning of a new and exciting journey. And when you're at the beginning of something new, starting down an unfamiliar and uncertain path, I mean, it can be comforting and encouraging to hear from people who have been there before. Perhaps that's why graduation speakers are typically asked or tasked with offering inspiring words of wisdom. Kind of like when soccer star Abby Wambach told Barnard College graduates, make failure your fuel. Or when Catherine Switzer, the first woman to ever run the Boston Marathon, said, adversity can give you the greatest opportunity at a Syracuse University commencement ceremony. Or how when renowned author Jessamine Ward told a group of Tulane University graduates to persist, be patient, and be well. Those statements are great messages that provide sage advice. They're inspirational words you should try to remember and live by. However, instead of now offering up my own inspirational words about what lies ahead of you, I want to talk about briefly how you, the class of 2018, have inspired me, many others, and likely the entire community and region. You know, at Friday's class day, we watched and listened as many of you were acknowledged for your academic success, your athletic distinction, or even your leadership and involvement within your class. Those are remarkable accomplishments for which many of you, we're so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves. But it was something else that caught our attention, has really caught our attention for a long time now, and it's really stood out. It's, as your salutatorian mentioned, when you walked out and protest as a response to what happened at Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. As I watched you on those days from my window, and I saw and understood a little bit more what leadership is. It's how you, with your former classmates who've graduated and moved on, rally with the community to say, we're one Somerville, and we're a community that's diverse, that is tolerant. We are proud to be a sanctuary city for all who want to be part of it. It's how you stood up for DACA recipients and TPS holders. It's that type of leadership, compassion, humanity, and civility that really speaks volumes and reveals character. It's also when Headmaster Lagambino spoke about the support and assistance you offered to your fellow classmates in a time of need. So you may not realize it, but your empathy, compassion, and kindness and selflessness is admirable, and it is absolutely inspirational. It's something that has set an example for the community and underclassmen that will follow in your footsteps. It's an act that will leave a permanent mark on Somerville High School in the city of Somerville long after the old buildings are gone or unrecognizable. And it's also something that will stay and help you with your tremendously in your future. So whether you're headed to college or to pursue another academic program, enlisting in the military, or beginning your career after completing a CTE track, your time at Somerville High School has prepared you for your own unique and distinct path. But it's also clear that your time here has helped you develop a strong and admirable character. Of course, my wish to all of you is that you go forward and accomplish every goal, every dream you set for yourself in whatever career field you've chosen. But as someone who's been where you are 34 years ago, I won't sugarcoat it. None of us will. And you'll hear this also. There'll be good times and bad times. There'll be successes and there'll be failures. They refer to it as the old life's ups and downs for a reason. However, neither the ups nor the downs will define you, nor should you let them. Your character will. How you treat people in every phase of life, whether you're on top of the world or feel like you've hit rock bottom, that's what truly matters. Your job, the college you attend, or where you live does not determine what kind of person you are or you will be. Your character does. So move forward. Work hard. Become the future doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, electricians, artists, entrepreneurs, and public servants you are destined to be. Don't forget to listen to others. Lend a helping hand when you're able, and treat everyone as you've always done, as you've been a model to, with respect each and every step of the way. And as I mentioned to you at class day, enter into the public process. The world desperately needs your ideals. Aim to inspire and always remain curious, courageous, and of course, kind. Congratulations on your accomplishments of today, and the best of luck with yours tomorrows. Not only are we cheering for you, we're counting on you. I personally will miss you. Good luck.
Thank you, Joe. I would now like to call up to the stage the Superintendent of Somerville Public Schools, Mary Skipper.
Good evening and welcome to the class of 2018, to the dedicated staff of Somerville High, and to the family, friends, and special guests who are gathered here. Tonight, we celebrate this special class, Somerville High School class of 2018, and everything you as a class and as individuals have accomplished and brought to the legacy of Somerville High School and to this entire Somerville community. There are so many accomplishments that your class will be remembered for as you leave here proud graduates tonight. Your academic achievements, your athletic accomplishments and spirit of sportsmanship, your musical and artistic talents, and your passion for the clubs and activities that you've participated in for the past 4 years. I listened carefully on class day as your housemasters read your names, your accomplishments, and your future plans. In this student body tonight, we have scholars headed off to Harvard, to BC, to Skidmore, to Tufts, to UMass Boston, Amherst, Dartmouth, Lowell, and other prestigious colleges and universities. We have Division I and II athletes who will continue to distinguish themselves on the field, on the court, in the pool, and on the track. We have musicians and artists who have proudly represented this community at the state and district level for the last 4 years and will continue to develop their gifts using voice, canvas, and instrument. We have students who, through incredible hard work and focus, have mastered a trade or a craft and will continue to develop their skills in a union or a shop or a business. And we have a select few who have chosen as the next step in life to continue to serve and protect our country in the National Guard, Yu Ying Chen and Sarah D. Amoda. One of the things that really struck me was how many of you worked while you were at Somerville High School. In fact, some of you working full-time. And many of you plan to attend a 2-year school, like Bunker Hill or Middlesex or Fisher, while continuing to work to pay for tuition and for whatever life brings as you fulfill your dreams. To each of these graduates, I am so proud for you doing whatever it takes to walk across this stage tonight and to keep walking into the next step of your life. I believe from my own experience that sometimes the things we fight for, the things that come the least easy, are often the life lessons that prepare us the most, distinguish you the most, and make possible your future greatness. I'm personally very excited to see, as you take your diploma tonight and you leave, what happens next. I'm curious, what causes will each of you champion? What homes and vehicles of the future will you design and build? What cures will some of you discover? What books will some of you write and publish? Or songs will you compose? And which of you will be the future mayor, professional chef, renowned musician, future teacher, or maybe, Phillips, even an Olympic runner? So class of 2018, you're more than ready to take your gifts, your talents, your energy, your leadership, your love that you've shared with each other over these 4 years and with all of us in Somerville. And you need to go out to the world and be that difference maker because the world needs you. You need to take that Somerville spirit that's in here And you need to go out with that determination, that work ethic, that ability to do whatever it takes that you've developed while you've lived here and while you've learned here. And in the future, lead the way in your college, in your trade, in your job, and in your service. Good luck to each of you. Class of 2018, congratulations, you made us all very proud.
Thank you, Superintendent Skipper. Mrs. Cummins, did I forget to mention that I'm a graduate of Somerville High School, proudly a graduate of 1980? Maybe we have a headmaster out there. I would now like to call up to the stage School Committee Chair, Mr. Andre Green.
It is my great pleasure, on behalf of the Somerville School Committee, to congratulate the Somerville High School class of 2018. Being here this evening gives me incredible amounts of hope. And if you read or watch the news these days, hope can feel in short supply. Quite simply, more than ever, the world needs Somerville. The world needs you to lead the way. Fortunately, you've already proven you are up to the task at hand. You have succeeded academically, developing mastery of the knowledge you will need to thrive. You have excelled athletically, showing resilience, discipline, and grit to bring glory to yourselves and to your school. You have been models of civic engagement, stepping up, fighting for, and winning on issues that matter to you. You have created great art, speaking truth and adding beauty to the world. But perhaps most importantly, you have been exemplary morally. You have shown compassion, tolerance, patience, and love, the values that make Somerville special, the values that make you special. In short, you are as ready as anyone has ever been to step forward and lead not just yourselves, but all of us to the better world we must build. Which is not to say that the days, weeks, and years to come will be easy. No matter what your next step is, at some point in your life, you will stumble. But while it may not feel like it when it happens, when it does happen, you will be okay. You got here with support, be it from parents, teachers, friends, mentors, the hundreds of people sitting behind you right now, all of whom are rightfully proud to see you standing here now. Know that everyone here will continue to be proud of you, will be eager and happy to help you when you stumble going forward. Because in Somerville, we know that we are only as strong as we are together. It is a cliche of graduation speeches for the speaker to say that they, quote, can't wait to see what you do next. And like all cliches, there's an element of truth to it. But while I can't wait for you to do what you're gonna do next, I have a good idea of what it will be. You will go forth and you will make everything you touch better. You will build communities. You will help people. You will create great art. You will solve great problems. I know this because you have already done so. There's a reason the fight song is not, Somerville will, at some point in the future, lead the way. You already lead the way. As you go forward, just keep doing what you're doing, and the world will follow. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Andre. And now it's time to sing our class song, 4 Years Gone By, music and lyrics by Calvin Polite. Please feel free to sing along. The words on the back of the second page of the program.
Test. There we go.
Test.
writing lines. And teachers seem to say, you only have so many days. But I don't want to leave this way, choked up and feeling the same. One lyric. I want to be proud despite my frowns, reminisce on memories. But I've got to move on, just keep moving on. Keep being strong, even if the road is long. Is long. I won't ever be the same. Everyone will know my name. The world can't keep me down when my voice is this loud. Give it up for Calvin! Woo! I won't ever be the same. Everyone will know my name. The world can't keep me down when my voice is this loud.
Thank you, Calvin, for bringing such a wonderful song into the world. I would now like to call up to the stage Nicholas Ragusa for his valedictory address.
Good evening, distinguished guests, friends, family, and the class of 2018. When I was told I had to stand before you all and give a speech just a few weeks ago, I had no idea what I would talk about, and honestly, I still don't. At first, I pushed it off until after we were officially done with school, thinking I'd have more time, but I still kept pushing it off. A week before class day, I convinced myself that just by opening this blank document, I deserved an hour break on Netflix, because I burned plenty of calories logging into my Google Drive. Supposedly, I'm up here because my GPA indicates I have something important to say, but the more I thought about it, I really had nothing earth-shattering to share. At this point, I knew it would be better to turn to my classmates to see what they want to be said at their graduation. Many students wanted to make sure I thank the amazing teachers we've had over the years, who have inspired us to pursue our passions and pushed us to do our best. Many other students made sure to remind me to thank the administrators, as there's no saying where we would be without Dr. Green protecting us from the infamous rat. I was also offered $10 to plug another student's SoundCloud, but I had to turn that down. Personally, I would also like to acknowledge the custodians, secretaries, and other support staff who work behind the scenes, most of the time without anyone noticing, to keep the school running smoothly. The custodians do so much with so little, keeping the school together despite the crumbling walls and the construction going on around us. The secretaries handle mountains of paperwork, including making sure our names are correct on our diplomas, all while dealing with students all day, every day. The cafeteria workers, tutors, and paraprofessionals do their part for various groups, and it does not go unnoticed. When I finished asking all my classmates, my speech still seemed short, so like May did, I turned to wikihow.com, which made sure to remind me to close with an important message before I got us one step closer to our graduation parties. Although some things come and go, one thing will remain constant in our lives, other than the fact that Mr. Torello will always be teaching chemistry on the 4th floor. We will always be Highlanders no matter where life takes us. We may not know each other's names, and this may even be the first time we've ever seen the person sitting next to us. But we are all connected by our Highlander pride. Life will take us in many paths, but one of the most important things to remember is what brought us to where we end up. It was a combination of the teachers, counselors, administrators, and even the kid blasting his latest drop on SoundCloud in the hallways that shaped us into who we are. It was the mix of cultures and languages that taught us more about the world around us. As we step into the world from this point, I know we will truly leave our mark wherever we go. As the famous saying goes, you will never work a day in your life if you love what you do. No matter where life ends up taking you, make sure you steer it in the right direction and take it somewhere that makes you happy. If you do this, I am a firm believer that you will be able to make a difference in the world around you. Our class president included this quote on our class gift, and I think it is an important one to share with you all today as we bring these past 4 years of our lives to an end, being the last true Highlanders to graduate from a building that has a section that has been standing on Highland Hill since before the start of the 20th century. As we all go off in our different paths, may we be a beacon of light in the darkness, so someday the world will say, Somerville truly leads the way.
Thank you, Nick. Congratulations, class of 2018. You've made it. You've fulfilled all of your graduation requirements and will receive your diplomas shortly. However, this is a commencement exercise. Thus, tonight is the beginning of a new phase in your life, one that Somerville High School has prepared you well for. Your time here at Somerville High School has been much more than just studying math, English, science, social studies, and other courses and electives. The egg drop experiment in Mr. Maloney's class was not only a lesson about gravity and acceleration, but it was also about critical thinking. The phone calls home and conversations about being tardy with Housemasters Green and Foreman have not only been to get you to school on time, but to also teach you about responsibility. Conversations with Housemasters Cummings and Marchetti, when you've been in a little bit of trouble, have really been about integrity and honesty. The capstone presentations made in Mrs. Brewster's English class have not only taught you about the garbage patch in the ocean, but they have taught you how to communicate effectively about the garbage patch in the ocean. The lessons on color and shading in Mrs. Tatara's computer art class not only taught you about colors, but they also fostered your creativity. Working with Mr. Popolo in auto repair to fix a noise in the drivetrain of my car not only taught you about axles, but also how to problem solve. The fun you had in Mr. Morgan's after-school clubs not only taught you about magic, chess, and other games, but also taught you the social skills and how to form positive relationships with your peers. The conversations about colleges with Mrs. Keymont, Mrs. McGuire, Mr. LaBerge, and Mr. Rochelle not only helped you navigate your post-secondary plans, but also helped you with self-reflection and goal setting. In all the practices on the court with Coach Antonelli, Coach Freitas Healy, not only taught you the skills to be a great basketball player, but they taught you all about teamwork and commitment. All of the activities you planned with Mrs. McDevitt, your advisor, were exercises in community building. The Best Buddies dinner you planned with Mrs. Quigley and Mrs. Cote were not only about the delicious chicken parm made by our own Mrs. Nova Rosario and our culinary students, but was also about compassion and caring for others. The discussions you had with all of your teachers about completing homework and coming after school for help were not only to help you achieve a good test score, but they taught you about perseverance, determination, and what it takes to succeed. Those are true Somerville skills. We are resilient, we never give up, we never quit. If there was ever any doubt of whether you were prepared for the future, let it be gone now and forever, for you are well prepared. Be bold, be brave, be true to yourself. It's now time for you to find your passion and pursue your dreams to the fullest. Remember, the sky's the limit. Every day for the past 4 years, you've entered a school with 2 words, honor and progress, proudly displayed in the front hall of the building. Those 2 words are the motto of Somerville High School. They capture the essence of what I've been talking about. Those 2 words have been the guiding principles of our school for over a century. May they guide you throughout your life beyond Somerville High School. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you. Would Leonora please come to the stage to present some special diplomas?
The class officers and I will present honorary diplomas to 2 very special teachers, Lois Sweeter and Pat Gill. Please come collect the diplomas.
And he's going to take a picture of you presenting them. Step out here. Now it's the time you've been waiting for. Time to present the diplomas to the class of 2018. Superintendent Skipper, would you please assist me? Mrs. Cummins and Mrs. Marchetti. Mr. Marchetti.
That's it.
Testing. Perfect.
You get them from here? You're going to tell me who they are first, right?
Leonora Connie.
Right? Nicholas Ragusa.
Yu Ying Chen.
May Collins.
Zachary Shea.
Jocelyn Pierre Louis.
Seja El Saudi.
Kelvin Polite.
Maria Araniba Landeo.
Ana Landaverde Flores.
Serena Aaronsback.
Andrea Lazama.
Thomas J. Barton.
Wendy Mahano Guevara.
Fiona Barondi Jenkins.
Haley Mello.
Rajmeen Chowdhury.
How about me? Henry Mendez Melendez.
Mira Downey.
Benjamin Novick.
Desmond Feldman.
Our conversations. Liam O'Keefe.
Dylan Fernandez.
Mario Pena.
Isabella Ferrari Caruba.
Zoya Pilipovich. All right.
Lisbeth Figueroa.
Tomas Pinto Franco.
Samantha Fitzgerald.
Priscilla Ponce Jovel.
Owen Flores.
Wendy Portillo Ramirez.
Ramon Fuentes Hercules.
Ruby Riley Jackson.
Brittany Gideon.
Emily Sabatino.
Stephen Hawkins.
Rochelle Santiago Miranda.
Gabriel Kafka Gibbons.
Samuel Sarin.
Iman A. Abraham.
Maria Sim.
Kelvin Aguilar Santos.
Michelle Velasquez Sanchez.
Jose Aguilar.
Jordan Westlake.
Miriam J. Aguilar.
Jeffrey Zoe.
Mayank Ahuja.
Oh, wait. Whoa.
Yeah, right there.
I don't hear that.
That's not her. Get her up here. Where's Lily Bell?
Sandy Alejandrina Maldonado Corrales.
Jose Alexander Alfaro.
Randy Fabian Maldonado.
Jason Alfredo Alfaro.
Regina Jacqueline Maldonado Arce.
Lean Alhadri.
Ayush Mananda.
Jaylene M. Alicea.
Kayla Erica Marty.
Adriano Junior Almeida.
Melanie Alexia Marinaro Morales.
Catherine Joanna Alvarenga.
Ricardo Alexis Mariscal.
Karina Amaya Flores.
Yep. Alexander Josue Marroquin Cantarero.
Brian Andrade Murcia.
Thomas Marshall.
Paulo Enrique de Andrade.
Talia Alejandro Martinez. Alejandra.
Luis Angel Ayala.
Portia Latis McDuffie.
Sylvia E. Ariasa.
Tania Tangi McDuffie.
Gabriel Augusto Acevedo.
Parker Adrian Fetch McKellar.
Andrew D. Atherton.
Timothy Colin McNabb.
Destiny Amelia Augustine.
Yancy Yamale Mejia Pineda.
Henry B. Augustin.
Xiomara Melendez.
Marlon Jose Ayala Mazariegos.
Hugo Armando Menjiva.
Kabir Beatty.
Sarah Diamodan.
Quincy Collins Bocage.
Jose Orlando Montano.
Joao Lair Bonacena.
Anibal Alexis Montoya Rodriguez. Oh boy. Okay.
Joshua Albert Boucher.
Allison Belen Morales.
Jackson Nunes Braga.
Caris Althea Morales.
Mateus de Souza Bragato.
Ibrahim Mugenzi.
Luz Maria Kaknawarai.
Emmanuel Angel Mukadi.
Kevin Pavo Kamara.
Tenzin Norton.
Jefferson A. Cardosa.
Cecilia De Oliveira Nunez.
Leslie Jamelif Castro Flores.
Aliana Ambrosio Osius.
Joanna Paola Castro Guacaran.
Yusuf Olowoidi Ogade.
John Sanders Sedanio Rosa.
Victoria Catalina Orantes.
Harold Hugo Sena.
You go over there. I have to get my foot ready. Let me put my foot.
Mekribon Ota Janova.
Kachin Chow.
Rochelle Maurice Paroyan.
Christopher David Chronopoulos.
Benjamin Emau Pattenhawk.
Miana Civil.
Paulo Sergio Soares Pereira Filo.
Samuel John Cochran.
Brittany Taylor Pereira.
Alexandra Patricia Colon Aldana.
Rafael Costa Pereira. All right, big brother.
Nathaniel Concepcion.
Helen Maria Perez.
Tyler J. Conley.
Case meets Jasmine Pereira.
Melissa Lila Cortez.
Oh, God, you're rowdy. All right.
Braden James Perry.
Jennifer Lynn Cremone.
Jennifer N.C. Pierre.
Matthew C. Crowther.
Jerry Pierre.
Sanila Dango.
You gotta go over there.
Samantha Pierre.
Carla Oliveira da Silva.
Yvonne Giovanni Pierre.
Carlos Rogerio da Silva.
Melina Jocelyn Pimentel.
Joao Victor Di Toledo.
Maritza Martins Pinheiro.
Tenzin Dalek.
Kevin Plates.
Ernane Ferreira Delfino.
Huboyan Chu.
Flavia R. De Souza.
Dylan Delaney Quartiello.
Jaspreet Singh Dhaliwal.
Shaka Racine.
Cody William Di Natale.
Jennifer Ramos.
Derek Ray Doan.
Brandon Tyler Raymond.
Allison E. Dolson.
Melvin Giovanni Renderos Fuentes.
Michael James Downey.
Freddie Vladimir Navarro Rodriguez.
Jackie Eloy.
Marie Carlin Renee.
Udine Felix.
Craig Michael Resmini.
Allison N. Fillmore.
Lillian Yamalith Race Cortez.
Harrison O. Flores.
Christina Jesus Ribeiro.
It's Harrison.
Xavier J. Rijos.
Avon Flores Delgado.
Eric Rivas Herrera.
Christopher Flores Lopez.
Erica Rivas Perez.
Caroline A. Ganji.
Roned Rivera.
Alexandra Garcia Rojas.
Brian Carlitos Rivera Lopez.
Quincy Garcia.
Karen Liseth Rivera Martinez.
Jalen George.
Melania Rodriguez de Mata.
Adario Gomes Jr.
Nerilyn Stancanella Rodriguez.
Jason Gonzalez.
Honorable Alexi Rubio.
Julie Grassi.
Charles Vincent Ryan.
Alan Guardado Ramirez.
Lauren Best St. Cyr.
Natalie G. Guerra.
Lucas St. Jean.
Anthony Gutierrez Sanchez.
Christian Alexander Salmaron.
Giovanni A. Gutierrez.
Miriam Sara.
Luis Guzman.
Justin George Schofield.
Kyle Hairston.
Diana Serrano Burgos.
Janelle Hamill.
Jada Michelle Shakes.
Michael Hartog de Freitas.
Jade Sledge.
Bennett Hazel.
Anton Smith.
Cesar Hernandez Gonzalez.
Jeffrey Daniel Solares Arevalo.
Ethan Sean Huffman.
Javon Taylor.
Devin Patrick Hughes.
Marcus Thomas.
Mildred Jean.
Tycho Truman Davis.
Gerline Jean-Francois.
Jordan Valdez.
Elijah M. Jeffries.
Lilibet Valentine.
Samantha Elizabeth Jimenez.
Marvin Leonel Valle Catena.
Donovan Michael Johnson.
Ebony Maisha Vance.
Jacqueline Jones.
Nathan Paul Varga Wagner.
John A. Carlton Jr.
Delmi Noemi Villanueva Figuera.
Sumandeep Kaur.
Carla Vivas.
Kaylee Margaret Kavanaugh.
Ryan Douglas Vogel.
Makwaran John Khan.
Justin Time Watkins.
Emerson Clems.
Sophia Grace West.
Erica Landaverde Avalar.
Shannon Irene Westgate.
Pierline Latirion.
Amanda Grace Williams.
Gwendolyn Elizabeth Laws.
Yoleni Alejandra Yanes Munoz.
Clara Leche.
Rachel Atalia Zanaboni.
Kareem A. Lamard. Tenzin Lundup.
I have an announcement. Sometimes as a housemaster, you become very attached to certain students and you don't want them to leave and go on to college or their lives. I've been told by the superintendent and the mayor, as well as the headmaster, that I have to let them go. So reluctantly, Lillian Ruth Kelly. Katarina Liapis. I couldn't say it. I couldn't. Pablo Antonio Lopez Martinez. Timothy Lee Lowney. Okay, watch quickly because he's very fast. Phillips Adam Mowbray.
Superintendent Skipper, members of the school committee, I proudly present the class of 2018. Congratulations.
Okay, guys.
Stand up.
Will you all please rise? Please join me in the turning of the tassels from right to left, which symbolizes our transition from students to graduates. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2018.
This concludes our activities. Congratulations, class of 2018. Seniors should process out. Oh, graduates. I prefer to remember.